Just thought I'd take you guys on a bit of a random tour of projects I've been doing and projects that have failed, etc. My aquaponics is still going. I haven't really done anything to it since my last video. I've got what's that? That one there's watermelon. There's just that one there. There's a tomato in the back, cucumber, strawberries. And in the tank, I haven't really got much in here at all at the moment. I've got one goldfish and about 15 yabbies that are all hiding at the moment. Oh, let's see if we can get him. There's one hiding in down there. My veggie garden needs a weed, but I've got whole lot of tomatoes that have taken over there, sweet corn, more cucumbers, there's some carrots running down there, there's chili, capsicum there, and button up pumpkins just there. My hops up the back, they're just pride of ringwood hops, they're doing quite well. Cup of lime. So that's pretty much the garden, and that there is what remains of my methane digester. If you do make the methane digester, do not use a steel tank. Use one of these blue plastic drums, as after about a year the bottom rusted out on that. So in fact I think it got a pinhole even sooner than that. Another project that will be on the go soon-ish maybe, like all my projects. Those pile of bricks there will be a wood-fired pizza oven just in there. My solar panels and large panel, two small ones, are kicking along nicely on the roof there. The poor old Tesla coil had a bit of a catastrophic loss of rotary spark gap, so that needs rebuilding, and the shed needs cleaning out again. I haven't been doing any brewing because my bar died, as well as setting my brewery on fire. Don't turn on a plastic heat exchanger without water in it. I'll probably be doing some canning videos at some stage. I've got myself a big pressure canner, so we'll do some videos on that at some stage, I think. The grain mill hasn't been operated in quite a long time because it's been well, I haven't got a brewery at the moment, so that needs to be rebuilt. Do have the parts too, I just need to get around it, and I haven't even bothered at the moment because I don't have a bar. You notice that at the back there, that's my old quail cage. It's now being used as a set of shelves. I was just having way too many issues with mice for one, and they're messy and they're extremely noisy, so I kind of scrapped them. If I had more room to put them, then I would keep them, but they're so noisy and they want to go off at 3 o'clock in the morning and all this kind of stuff. Even in here, any little bit of light and they'll do their cuckoo, which is extremely loud. The other thing is the little chook tractor, which currently has no chooks in it, which I'll be getting a couple very shortly. Yeah, the bloody chook that I had just died. That was about 3 months ago. And the local guy who has chooks didn't have any for sale, so I should go and have another inspection, see if he's got some more. So that's just a little hutch that I can move around. Now the oil-fired spa heater hasn't gone any further, but I will be doing some modifications to the pumping system and heating system on this spa at some stage. The oil heater hasn't gone any further because it's now summer, and we're getting total fireband days anyway, and I'm not going to light a oil burner in the middle of summer at any rate. It's just way too hot. This is my my spa. It's only a cheapo kind of Chinese one, but I've swapped the heater out. I only had a 2 kilowatt heater in it, and I've checked the relays in the system, and they're 30 amp relays, so I've actually put a 3 kilowatt heater in, and it will only run the heater and the filter transfer pump, which is hidden in down there. It won't run any of the jets, so it won't exceed the 15 amp rating on the plug. But the plan is to I'm actually going to run another. That heater has its own thermostat, which I'm currently not using. I just kicked on. I'm using the actual thermostat in the unit. So what I'm going to do is I'm also putting in an ozone injector, or Venturi. I'm going to put in a loop back, so a pipe that will come from here, go across, loop back through that heater and in again, because I don't have a lot of room. That will have the original 2 kilowatt heater, which will run off the thermostat inside that unit, and have a relay off the pump. So when the pump's pumping and that thermostat calls for more heat, the 2 kilowatt one will heat. So it means I can have 5 kilowatts if need be. Because the other stupid thing with this spa, whoever did the programming in it, if you run a short heat cycle, it keeps heating no matter how, if you run a 1 hour heating cycle, it'll say it's stopped, but the pump's still going and it's actually still heating. So to get around that, I'm just going to use the cleaning cycle, which actually runs for the time you tell it to, and it'll only preheat on the 2 kilowatt heater, as well as the ozone injection, which will only come on when the 2 kilowatt heat is running. And even when on the cleaning cycle, it runs all the jets and everything for about 30 seconds every 10 minutes or so. Because it's on a separate circuit, it won't overload anything. Although I do plan on running a 50 amp circuit or something back to the shed at some stage, so I may go through another change then. So this is currently what my bar looks like, because the poor old freezer, which is very grotty inside and outside at the moment, has got a leak and has lost all its gas. So I have to peel the sides off. I'll probably do a video on repairing it as well. To peel the sides off, find the leak, solder in a new piece of pipe and refill with gas. I could just buy a new freezer, but A, they're expensive, and B, this is quite a slim wide model, and they don't really make them in this kind of profile anymore. And the good thing about this one is I can fit 3 kegs side by side in the low section, so it means I can get 6 kegs in this freezer, whereas most of the newer ones I'll only be able to fit probably 4, and you'd have to stagger them to get the 4 in, because they're they're a lot wider but a lot narrower, so yeah, there'll be a lot of wasted space, so I don't really want it. It wouldn't really suit in this room, which is not the biggest room really for my bar. There's my pressure canner, which we'll be doing videos on, and my first haul from my veggie garden, just cucumbers and a few strawberries. I've been getting strawberries for a while, but this is a thank you and a question to my subscribers. I've now passed 500 subscribers, which is pretty awesome, and also just passed 500,000 video views, which is also pretty awesome. That's a bit of a question, is what kind of videos would you know, if people have any suggestions for something they'd like to know how to do or anything like that, I'm happy to do the research and the experiments and the mistakes. If people want to see any more cooking videos or Tesla coil videos or brewing videos or casting videos, which will be a lot more casting videos, and there'll also be a series of videos at my father's place covering things that he's built over the years. He's heavily modified his own lathe. He has scratch built a MIG welder. He has scratch built a arc welder, and these aren't crappy ones. These are really good quality. Full control on the MIG welder, pulse feed, everything, you name it, that would happen, that you would get on a very expensive unit, he's got on there. We'll cover the full size or quite large hydraulic press that he built. What else will we cover? I mean, he's built, you name it, he tries to always build everything himself, which is probably where I've got my not wanting to get anyone else to do things for me kind of DIY-ness. Built his own surround sound decoder. He's actually a retired now service technician. So yeah, things like MIG. He's he's now bought himself a tractor for the land, 15 acres that they got, just a small one. He's built a magnetic oil filter to reuse the oil for that, because he used 25 litres of oil or something in a change, so that will be covered in another video. There's a whole series of videos there. It's just trying to convince him to get on the camera. Otherwise I'll be describing it. Oh, another thing is his power hacksaw that he built completely from scratch, using parts. Some of the parts are from an old aeroplane. He's what other things has he built? Oh, you name it. So there'll be a whole series of videos there. Hopefully I can get one done next week when I go up and see them, or a couple. So yeah, so if anybody's got any suggestions for things I'd like to see, or more of or less of, or etc etc, and you're a subscriber, then yeah, we'll try and do that. Yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for all your support, and hopefully I can get some good videos coming for everybody. Yeah, thanks again.